The fourth rebuttal, we will also provide safety to you, because we only defend the police and put last officer in the ground, but we also put many the services in your community as well. We put housing services, we put mental health services, we put enforcement of justice services. We only put not only police, the one. After the fourth rebuttal, if your side had criminal or current criminal, much often happening is not true, because first, what is criminal is hard to detect anyway. Like in your side, you're not going to have ability to prevent this happening. But second of all, I think we also have Pentagon, but also military, that also intelligence of criminal, so that the police don't have big influence to prevent this. But even true, it will flourish in so. It's not because we defunding the police, but in a bigger order, it costs bigger army working with police. And what happening in status quo when you are not defunding the police, because when they start reporting the police, they don't to this. Most of the time, this start of term are not being listened by the police, because police rather want to give with the small case. With this, I don't think that we can going to be flourishing. That means if you work together with police, you will not be here, but you will be punishment. Also, the background. In status quo, police union is the stronger and largest police organization in the US. So it's been so hard to us to pushing the institutional reform to address police and misconduct. The problem is the police have too much money, and they use it to buy unnecessary equipment, they buy military equipment, not police equipment, such as war suits, pistols that are auto, not semi-auto, and more. And also because of that, society prioritizing the police as a completion of all the problems in society. For example, like in economy, or like in status quo. So that's why we can pushing for institutional reform to address police abuse and misconduct. The problem, police is a racist, but they taking care many people. And our goal is we want the government to still defunding the police, because the police are solving all the problems that are in society. So they have right to be appreciated, like defunding. If police want to do something, the government should give some money to them, so the police can do what they want to do. Now let's go to my argument. First, why it's justified to not pushing for institutional reform to address police abuse and misconduct rather than defunding the police? Because the status quo now, we can push the institutional reform to address police abuse and in misconduct rather than defunding the police, because First layer, in status quo, there is a police union that really strong in US that have a lot of influence in US. Many cases that handled by police union, including one big case. Police union still can handle it. Police can solve the problem quickly and the problem can clear. The example like in the past in US have a problem and the police just need 24 hours to solve the problem. So we can conclude that police or union police have good performance to solve the problem. And back to the police union, we can say that police union is a stronger police in US because usually police union is a people who have high position in police. The example like a chief of police. Moreover, police union average is a type people that we know white people have a big authority in US and they have many money and also they have many access, many link and many power in US. Like in many police have cooperation with prosecutor and it's made the police it's hard to fight. If we want to fight it, we must have big power. That the power is bigger than the police. That we know it's really difficult. Second, and it will be impossible to fight the police because the police already help the government to solve many problems. Many problems, even big problem in US that already solved by the police. The police have potential to solve the problem, and the problem is not only about criminal but also about economy, social. So we can conclude that the police really helpful for the government and it's so beneficial to the government. And for the better life, it's better to give much money to the police because it's fair to them to get it. It is corresponding with their work and that already helped the government to solve the problem in US. Thank you for listening. Back to purpose.